Thane Allison, North Borneo 1, 1962-64. We were there for the independence, and North Borneo became Sabah, part of Malaysia. My first day in the Peace Corps, I always ask people what their first day. I arrived in my little town of Bandau, which is now called Kota Marudu, south of Kudat. My first day in the Peace Corps, I arrived in town and got settled in my house, and the next morning I got a knock at the door. You're the agriculture volunteer, you're supposed to help us. My mother goat has died and left 2 kids as orphans. My other goats are ignoring them and pushing them away. I remembered that I had seen in the Chinese shop a bottle of eucalyptus oil. So I dashed over there, bought a bottle of eucalyptus oil, went over to the farm, found the mother goat, gave her a dose of eucalyptus oil on her nose, all the baby's nose, and also on the back end where mom recognizes the scent. And within a half an hour, all 4 baby goats were nursing off the surviving mother. And it was one of those moments where, the Peace Corps volunteer is a hero. And it was just a lot of fun. And it established a rapport that spread very quickly, that here was a guy that might be able to help. It was a lot of fun. I'm vice president of programs for Friends of Malaysia, and I edit the newsletter, and until recently ran the website friendsofmalaysia.net. Come visit us.
Richard Drobnik, Peace Corps Malaysia, 1967 to 69. A rural development program assigned to the Malaysian Department of Agriculture to work with their multi-purpose cooperatives. Headquartered in the village of Padang Ringas near Kuala Kangsar. But interesting anecdote from my time was that after being there 3 or 4 months, many of the professionals who I worked with in the Malaysian Department of Agriculture would say yes to my advice, but of course they never implemented. And so I started thinking about why is it they're not implementing. And I said, well, the reason is I don't really understand the culture, the cycle, the rhythms of the rice-growing farmers who are our clients. So I went to a village chief and said, can I rent some rice fields that I will cultivate in the next season? And he said, yes, you can if you follow the local rules. Pay me the rent up front. You buy your own seed, fertilizer, insecticide, and if you get a certain harvest, then I get a percent above that level. And so after office hours, I'd take off my shirt and tie and go on, put on some boots, or not boots, put on some shorts and barefooted, go into the fields and do the work of a rice farmer. And I met some cobras in the pond that I bathed in every night, and then I stopped bathing for a while. And anyway, so on and so forth. That the rice production was successful, and I was able to pay off all my rent, my debt, and give away some bags of rice to my friends.